Legal disclaimer: do not make this trade. Seriously, don't. This video is for educational purposes only and placed by a professional trader from Maverick Trading. Maverick Trading is sponsoring this trading experiment with a $100,000 trading account. To trade for Maverick Trading, you can submit an application for stock, option trader or currency trader from the link in the video description below.
On to trade number 33. So I've committed to doing at least 100 trades. We'll see what happens after that. So we are at least 1/3 or minimum 1/3 through this whole project. And what are we doing? We're basically saying we're going to see if we can make money just off of position management, not off of the entry. So we're doing random entries, random methods, and seeing if we can make money just from position management alone. What are we going to do today? Well, I'm at the point where I'm now taking requests. If you have any requests of what I do to choose stocks, great. Someone said, hey, Rob, will you do one with indices? I said, great, let's do indices. Now, when you make these requests, understand that I don't have a lot of time. I can't go out in, on a 4-hour hike and get a picture of a tree you know what I mean. Make them reasonable. But let's get on to trade 33. It is indices. Pulling out our trusty wheel of names here, I've got some indices here. We've got the SPX, S&P, we got the Dow Jones, we got the NASDAQ Composite, we got the NASDAQ 100, we got the Russell 2000, we've got the FTSE, we've got the Nikkei, the Hang Seng, the Canadian TSX, and the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. All right, now when we trade indices, you have to understand we cannot trade indices directly because they really don't exist. Let's take a look at what the Dow Jones Industrial Average is. I think it was back in 1896, Charles Dow, he took 8 stocks and he said, I'm going to make these into a basket. And I'm going to tell you what these 8 stocks did every day as one security. We'll let you know, how the rest of the market did. He took one bank stock, he took one railroad stock, and he made it to where it represented the industrial companies that he was covering at that period of time. The problem is they don't really exist as a security. You can't buy them. You have to use a derivative to trade off of them, options, futures, some sort of derivative to trade off of these. Another derivative that we're going to use here is we'll just use an ETF that basically does the same thing as these indices. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get, and we will find the security that we actually will buy or sell. All right, so we have a winner. It is the Nikkei 225. So let's go in and find out what ETF is closest to the Nikkei. What ETF is closest to N225? All right, I don't want to just sit here clicking through things, but looks like BlackRock's Japan iShares is the symbol. NTETF. Let's take a look at that. NTETF. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's just make sure it's not, yeah, there's not going to be a ton of volume on this. Boy, let's see if we can find something that's a little bit more volume than this. Now look, whenever you are trading something that trades overseas, you'll typically get a gap. And that's what we're seeing here. It's just we're getting gaps day by day. The reason that is because all the trading happens when the markets are closed here. And then when the markets open up here, they open it up basically where it closed. There might be a little trading here or there, but for the most part, you don't really get any activity. So let's find another Japan ETF. And let me just go right here. Let's just go to Japan ETF. All right, let's take these iShares MSCI Japan. That's going to be a value ETF. That's not going to be this. All right, let's just go ahead and pick this EWJV. Actually, that's the value. I know that EWJ is just the iShares Japan Index Fund. So this is what we're going to be going with. We're going to be going with the Japan ETF. Let's make sure we get in the right settings. Where is our moving average? Okay. All right, so we zoom in and see we have been getting a lot of, not super strong signals on our trend, but that makes sense. We just had a major market reversal, and it makes sense to where things aren't as clear as they usually are. But if you take a look at it, it definitely is sloping higher. It is definitely sloping higher here. So the current price is 60.42. The current ATR is 85 cents. Let's build the trade off of that. It is November 9th. The ticker symbol is EWJ, the Japan ETF. We are long. 60.42 was the price on the chart. ATR was 85 cents, so 2x ATR is going to be $1.70, so $1.70 below that. Our initial stop is 58.72. Let's go figure out our position size and make the trade. Let's check in first to get our account balance. Our account balance is 98,416. Here we are on a calculator, 98,416. 1% risk. The entry price was 60.42. And the exit price was 58.72. Go ahead and hit compute. And it tells us 578.9 shares, so 579 shares is the order. Let's go ahead and put in EWJ. We are going to be long, and we're going to be long 579 shares. I'm going to put it under or just above the price because, again, I want to be able to attach a stop loss order right to the initial order. It's going to be a trailing stop. Our trail was $1.30. Make sure it's good to canceled. Hit submit. And there we go. The trade is entered. What was the fill price? The fill price is $60.385. So we're going to round that up to $60.39 was the entry price. Trade 33, 579 shares. We already have our initial trailing stop in, so we don't need to do anything else as far as that goes. The only thing we need to do, if we do get to 62.09, we're going to move up our stop. If we get to the next level, we're going to move up that stop a little tighter, and we're going to let it go. And you can sit there and watch it. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. Look, you've seen some of these win, some lose. We're going to see if we can just make money over the whole group. That's trade 33. Goodbye, everyone.